Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just remind everybody about our governance rules at the City of Greater Dandenong because it helps make a safe place for everyone. During the council meeting, members of the public are reminded they cannot address the meeting and we don't have question time this evening. You must not interject or act offensively. You must remain seated and you must switch your mobile phones to mute. So if anyone's got their mobile phones there, maybe just check them. You must not also operate any recording device, audio and or visual without obtaining the consent from the Chief Executive Officer at least 3 days prior to the council meeting, and you could display any placards or posters provided they are not offensive, do not obstruct entrances and exits to the chamber or impede any view or person. The Chair can direct any member of the public to stop interjecting or acting offensively. If that behaviour continues, the Chair can ask an authorised officer or a member of Victoria Police to remove members of the public from the chamber. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jackie Weatherall and I am the Chief Executive for the City of Greater Dandenong. It's my absolute pleasure and privilege to welcome you here tonight to tonight's annual council meeting for the election of the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today, the Bunurong people of the East Kulin Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. At the City of Greater Dandenong, we acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and their living connection to climate, to culture, to country and to waterways dating back tens of thousands of years. In particular, I would like to welcome any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who might be in the audience today or even watching online. I'd also like to give a warm welcome to the following people who are in attendance tonight. Former Springvale Mayor and Councillor Bill Warner, OAM. Greater Dandenong's Living Treasure, Bihar, Agnes Keane, who was also the City's 2020 Volunteer of the Year, Mary Borg, Bob Malcolm, Peter Jabor, OAM, Joe and Teresi Rakiki, Nagamuthu Wiki Ramasingham, or Wiki as we all know him, and whom was also the City's 2019 Citizen of the Year. And last but certainly not least is our Living Treasures, Auntie Pat Ockwell. Welcome also to Danya Daoud, the City's Young Leader of the Year for 2023. Zoe Mole, the City's Sustainability Award winner for 2023. Zelba Gondozo Luca, the City's 2021 Citizen of the Year. Meetap Williams from the Asylum Seeker Resource Centre, and all other guests, friends and families of our councillors. I also warmly welcome all the faith leaders who are joining us tonight, and these include Anita Devine, President of the Interfaith Network, Father Jean Mowell from St Paul's Antiochian Orthodox Church, Helen Heath, OAM from the Greater Dandenong Interfaith Network, Venerable Tenzin from the Khmer Buddhist Centre, Loretto Cannon from Calista College, Pam Mamune, OAM from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Sisters Jacqueline Russell, Nancy Armstrong and Vani Vijay Akumar from Brahma Kumaris, Australia. And I apologise if I've pronounced anything incorrectly. Thank you all for coming together tonight. Now we'll move on to the business of tonight's meeting. And I just want to let the public know this is the only meeting the CEO chairs for the whole year. So I'll take my time and enjoy my opportunity. So item 1.2, attendance. I have received 2 apologies for tonight's meeting from Councillor Eden Foster and Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Item 1.3, disclosures of interest. I have received 1 disclosure of interest tonight from Councillor Jim Mametti relating to item 2.5, appointment of council liaisons and representatives to committees, peak industry bodies, regional and community-based organisations. The nature of the interest is a direct material interest of a non-pecuniary nature, as Councillor Mehmeti is a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong Market, and as such, Councillor Mehmeti will leave the chamber tonight before voting on recommendation 2 of the item. Are there any disclosures of interest when we come to that point? Oh, sorry. We're now up to item 1.4, which is the traditional welcome to country, and tonight it is my sincere pleasure to invite respected Bunurong person, Josh West, to the microphone to formally welcome us to country. Welcome, Josh.
Yeah, all right. That's better. How you all going? Excuse me. My name's Josh West. I'm a proud Bunurong Palawa man. So my family comes from Point Nepean and Cape Barren Island, Flinders Island in the Bass Strait. As we always do when we welcome the country, and the most important thing is we pay our respects, yeah? We pay our respects to the land in which we stand on today, my land, the Bunurong land. We pay our respects to the old Bunurong people, the warriors that walked this land, that had families, that walked here for 65,000 years. We pay our respects to the elders, past, present and emerging, and pay our respects to the Bunurong, strong Bunurong men, women and children that come before us, as I said. I always say in a welcome to country, you get the chance, opportunity, take your shoes off and feel your feet on country, yeah? My grandmother's country, from the dream time to the dreaming and our continuous cycle of life, birth and death, we're all on this reconciliation journey together. 65,000 years of history, guys. The oldest living culture in the world. So you see how good I am? See, like Michael Jackson. That honestly and seriously, oldest living culture in the world, let's embrace it. Let's love it. You know, our kids are learning it in schools now, local languages. We're the most multicultural country in the world. We've embraced every culture we got here. Let's embrace our own. Let's love it. Wominjeka, welcome. My uncle, Japananga Errol West, was an Indigenous philosopher. He wrote, "Walk softly on the land," as it holds the stories of our grandmothers. It's all about respect. It's all about treading lightly. It's where you can and can't go. It's what you can and can't do. Don't be afraid to talk to a black fella. Ask him where his mob's from, his family, what his totem is. You know, it's our kinships, our totems, it's our song lines. It's our dance, it's our ceremonies. So like I said, Wominjeka in my language, Wominjeka, Wadialia, Wathrong, Bunurong Beak. Welcome friends to Bunurong country. Please take care of her. Nikki, take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh, for such a lovely, warm welcome to country. That was fabulous. All right, we'll now move on to item 2.1 for this evening, which is the election of the Mayor. Section 25(1) of the Local Government Act 2020 requires that the Chief Executive Officer chairs the election of the Mayor. Section 26(3) of the Act requires that Council must resolve whether the Mayor is to be elected for a 1 or 2 year term. The 2023-24 mayoral term can only be for 1 year for this final year of the councillor term because of council elections which are going to take place on the 26th of October 2024. But I'm still going to ask for a motion from the floor in this respect. So would someone like to move that the Mayor be elected for 1 year?
Happy to move for 1 year.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti.
Second that.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Is there any opposition? If there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Thank you. I now call for nominations for the position of Mayor. Do I have any nominations?
I'd like to move Councillor Formosa.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Is there any further nominations? We have one nomination on the table for the position of Mayor for the 23-24 term, and this is for Councillor Lana Formoso. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, I declare Councillor Lana Formoso the new Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. Congratulations, Mayor Formoso. I will now ask the new Mayor to come and accept the mayoral robes and chains and take the chair and undertake the remainder of tonight's meeting.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this auspicious occasion. Firstly, I would like to officially thank the outgoing Mayor, Councillor Eden Foster. I want to acknowledge and thank her for her great work and many positive achievements she oversaw in her time as Mayor. I would also like to wish her all the very best of luck this Saturday in the Mulgrave by-election. Observing Eden in action as Deputy Mayor has certainly provided me with the valuable insights and great preparation for the responsibility that now lies ahead for me as the Mayor of this great city. Thank you to my fellow councillors for bestowing on me this great honour. I appreciate your faith in me and I am committed to wholeheartedly dedicating myself to serving our community as its Mayor. It is a great privilege to be elected as Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. I have a genuine, heartfelt connection to this city, as most of you know, as this has and always has been my home. I was born and raised in Dandenong, went to school here, and now find myself alongside educators who once taught me, although they don't often like to be reminded of that. I'm looking forward to working closely with our CEO, Jackie Weatherall, who has already proven to be a powerhouse of energy, strength and skill. Council is very fortunate to have an exceptional executive team and incredible staff who are dedicated and committed to our residents and community. I would also love to extend a heartfelt thank you to Joe Thorne, our EA. Give us a wave, Joe. Who is absolutely the backbone for us councillors. Jo clearly has nerves of steel and the patience of a saint to be doing what she does with such integrity and grace. None of us could survive without you, so thank you. I am proud to be part of one of the most culturally diverse communities in Australia. I'm passionate about speaking up, taking part and accepting responsibility to represent and improve Greater Dandenong. Our community has its challenges, but our diversity is certainly our strength. The wealth of culture, customs and knowledge that we all share, honour and celebrate is what makes our city so special and unique. As a council, we are committed to our community's vision of our city being a home to all. Greater Dandenong is a place where you can enjoy and embrace life through celebration and equal opportunity. Over the next 12 months, I look forward to being part of the many ways our community celebrate its cultural traditions and special occasions. To start with, there will be a Christmas market and carols in Harmony Square here on Friday, 1st December, followed by our New Year's Eve celebration in Dandenong Park on 31st of December, which we're all very much looking forward to. This then leads into several New Year's celebrations and festivals hosted by cultural groups across our city. Every year, council facilities host Eid celebrations and Diwali parties that attract thousands to our city, and arguably the most popular events are run in the streets of Springvale with the Lunar New Year celebrations and our own award-winning annual Snowfest, just to name a few. Over the coming year, we will see our many projects continue to develop. This includes the new Dandenong Aquatic and Wellbeing Centre, the Keysborough South Community Hub and the Dandenong Community Hub. We also expect to see the completion of the Dandenong New Art Gallery, which will be an exciting addition to the artistic and cultural fabric of our community. I will be particularly pleased when the Noble Park Athletics track is completed. I have many fond memories of this track as a runner growing up in the city, but it has reached the end of its service life and requires full replacement. This project that has been an advocacy priority for both Councillor O'Reilly and myself, and now that construction has begun, we're looking forward to opening this new athletics regional facility next year. I also know as a physical education health teacher that there is a pressing need for Council to improve our open spaces, increase our tree canopy coverage, improve our sports facilities, as well as upgrade many of our playgrounds. As Mayor, I will also lead Council to strongly advocate to the state government to help fund the $100 million plus Dandenong Oasis redevelopment. And I'm extremely pleased that the rectangular sports stadium in Dandenong is back on public agenda. This stadium, when completed, would potentially be home for Melbourne City A-League and W League sides and a huge benefit to our city and region. One of the many reasons I ran for council was to improve the road safety in our municipality, in particular the Stud Road pedestrian crossing, which I've been advocating for since 2013, and I will not stop until it's delivered. When I was younger, I remember driving through Dandenong and seeing a group of people standing in the pouring rain in orange jumpsuits, placing sandbags in front of a person's house, preventing the rain from coming into their home, and thinking, who on earth are these people? I later researched and discovered they were my local state emergency service volunteers and found out what they actually did and their service to the community. I knew instantly that this was a group and an organisation I wanted to be a part of. Well, life intervened, as it usually does. However, 18 years later, I joined the Greater Dandenong SES unit, and it has been one of the best decisions I have ever made. I want to take this opportunity to officially acknowledge, thank and recognise Michael Pryor, who is the unit controller and is here with us this evening. Please stand, Michael. Michael has been an SES volunteer his entire adult life, and he's one of the best humans I have ever come across in my life. I want you to know that what you have done and continue to do at our unit and for the entire community is inspirational and life-changing. One of my main goals as Mayor will be to ensure I continue to strongly advocate for the unit to have a new fit-for-purpose facility so that it can continue to be a significant contributor and leader in emergency management for the people of Greater Dandenong. Now, most importantly, I'd like to recognise my family, who I live and breathe for. I want to wake up every day knowing I did better than the day before to make you all proud. To my friends who have been integral in my family's life through some difficult times over recent years, you know who you are, and thank you. My mother, Redina, who I always jokingly say is my left and right arm, and quite literally at the moment my left arm as I recover from a broken one. You are everything a mother could and should be, and I strive each and every day to be the kind of mother, mentor and friend you are to me. My husband Daniel, who keeps me grounded. I thank you for your incredible support and being the best father to our sons. I would not be able to do what I do without you. My beautiful boys, Luca and Hugo. As your mother, you continue to teach me the meaning of life every single day. I didn't really know what being a mother was going to look like and feel like. You are both my purpose in life, and it is because of the two of you that I strive to make our community a better place, a more healthier and improved place for all our future generations. To our vibrant community, I promise to dedicate myself to diligently work as the Mayor of this incredible city, collaborating closely with the Council's executive team, staff and our thriving community to enhance Greater Dandenong, making it an even more exceptional place to live, work, play and raise our families. Thank you. So, would any councillors like to address the meeting? Councillor O'Reilly.
Thank you, Mayor Rana. I'd just like to congratulate yourself on your election. I think as Deputy Mayor brought a high level of dedication to the role, and I think as Mayor you'll bring a special brand of intensity and passion, and I look forward to seeing that unfold. You have my full support. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor O'Reilly. Councillor Trung.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Because I worked with you about just 3 years, but we can see that you are a very, very good person for position for people. I vote for you because of for Dandenong residents and also for yourself, and I think that you will be the good mayor in the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Trong. Councillor Tan.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations. Looking to working with you. All the best for next year. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Lim.
Thank you, my new mayor of our city. Congratulations for your dedication for the last 12 months. And also for me, I would like to, work very closely with you and looking forward to working alongside with you and with passion and dedication. Congratulations again. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Lim. Councillor Mometti.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Congratulations. I first met Lana probably about 5 years ago. She was sitting there where you guys are sitting, and after a couple of meetings I noticed her that she's been coming every fortnight or every month, and I asked her, I said, is there anything that I can help you with? You've been coming to the meetings. She said, I'm very passionate about our community. She told me that she was born in Dandenong, raised in Dandenong, went to local high schools and primary schools, and actually a PE teacher at Dandenong High School. And she was very passionate about the community, and she had a big list actually she wanted to get done, and she asked me, how do I get these things done? And definitely Stud Road is one that she's been campaigning for a long time, and I hope that actually can come to fruition sooner or later, because it is very dangerous, and the costs keep on going higher and higher every year. So I hope that the state government might listen to you now that you're the mayor. But I'd like to also acknowledge your family here today, your mum, your husband Dan, the kids Hugo and Luca, especially Luca, who has had a tough journey over the last couple of years, and it's touched all of us actually. And to see you as a mother support your family, and I don't know how you used to do it. You used to look after the family, you used to come and do your job at the council, still go to work, so I reckon you're like a superwoman. So I think you're going to be able to do this job as mayor, no problem. So congratulations once again. You know that I'm here for support, and I will support you for the next 12 months, and you can just tap me on the shoulder whenever you need any help.
Thank you, Councillor Mometti. Councillor Dark.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I just wish to congratulate you on your election as the Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong, particularly given the next 12 months, no doubt as we head into some challenging headwinds as well. And the reason why I seconded the motion and support you as the Mayor is because we do need somebody who has the ability to fight and to deliver and to ensure that we do get our fair share of funding coming up to it. And I do want to acknowledge, as what Councillor Mometti said, your family as well, who have turned out tonight to come and support you as well. And I'm really looking forward to working with you for the next 11 months.
Thank you,
Mayor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Someone of the same origin as myself, of a Serbian background, it's great to see, as a female, as a Serbian, to step up to the plate and take that responsibility. We're looking for the next 12 months of being productive. We've got a lot we agree on in regards to what needs to happen within the municipality and particularly in our ward. So looking forward to it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Milkovich. Item 2.2, election of the Deputy Mayor. Section 20A of the Local Government Act 2020 states that an office of Deputy Mayor may be established, and our council has done this. Section 27 of the Act requires that the Mayor chairs the election of the Deputy Mayor. It also requires that Council must resolve whether the Deputy Mayor is to be elected for a 1 or 2 year term. The 2023-2024 Deputy Mayoral term can only be for 1 year in this final year of the council term, because council elections will take place on 26th of October 2024. I therefore ask for a motion for the floor in this respect.
I move Deputy Mayor be elected for a 1 year term.
Thank you, Councillor Mometti. Is there a
I'll
seconder?
second that for a 1 year term.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. I now call for the nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor.
Mayor, I'd like to move that Councillor Lim be appointed as Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti. Is there a seconder for the nomination? Thank you, Councillor.
I second, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor O'Reilly. Are there any further nominations?
I move that Councillor Long be nominated for Deputy Mayor. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Milkovich. Is there a seconder? Seconder for the nomination?
I'll second it, please.
Thank you, Councillor Tan. We have two nominations on the table for the position of Deputy Mayor for the 2023-2024 term. These are in alphabetical order. Councillor Lim and Councillor Long. Could those in favour of, in alphabetical order, so Councillor Lim, those in favour of Councillor Lim, please indicate by show of hands. Councillor Mehmeti, Councillor Lim, Councillor O'Reilly, Mayor Formosa. 4. Please indicate so those in favour for Councillor Long, please indicate by a show of hands. Councillor Trong, Councillor Tan, Councillor Long and Councillor Milkovich. Yeah. The voting process will be required repeated if required. If no absolute majority is obtained, then a short adjournment will take place. So we'll vote again if we could. So those in favour for Councillor Lim, please indicate by show of hands. No change. And then those in favour for Councillor Long, please indicate by show of hands. No change. So I will need to move for an adjournment. So could I please have...
I'll move the adjournment.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Could I have a seconder for the adjournment, please? Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti. Are there any questions? Is there any opposition? The item is carried. I now call on for us to adjourn for the next 30 minutes. So if we could just turn off the cameras. everyone, and apologies for the delay. What I'd like to do now is ask that the voting process be repeated. So could I please ask those that are in favour of Councillor Lim as Deputy Mayor to show their hands, please? That's still full. And could I please have a show of hands for those in favour of Councillor Long as Deputy Mayor? Okay, so we are at a bit of a stalemate. So what we suggest is that we adjourn this until a future meeting. So could I please have a mover for that motion?
Happy to move the adjournment.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti.
I will second the adjournment.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Are there any questions? Is there any opposition? That motion is carried. Item 2.3, noting of allowances for Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors. There is a recommendation on page 11 of tonight's agenda to note the allowances for the Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors as set by the Victorian Independent Remuneration Tribunal. Do I have a mover for this recommendation?
Happy to move.
Thank you, Councillor Dark.
Happy to second.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti. Is there any opposition? Sorry, are there any questions? Is there any opposition? The motion is carried. Item 2.4, proposed council meeting schedule for 2024. Council sets meeting dates at this time for the following year. There is a recommendation on page 13 of the agenda relating to a schedule of council meetings for 2024. Could I have a mover and seconder for the recommendation on page 13 of tonight's agenda, please?
Move it. Thanks.
Councillor Dark and seconder, Councillor Tan. Are there any questions? Is there any opposition? The item is carried. The motion is carried. Item 2.5, appointment of council liaisons and representatives to committees, peak industry bodies, regional and community-based organisations. Council is represented on many community and peak industry bodies as well as reference groups and advisory committees established by council. While the Mayor of the Day is typically council's key representative, there are many associations where council seeks an involvement, and it's council's practice to share representation among all councillors to ensure a manageable workload. There are two recommendations on page 16 of the agenda. For the first recommendation, all councillors can remain in the chamber. I would like to call for a councillor to move recommendations 1 on page 16 of tonight's agenda. This recommendation excludes councillor representation for the Dandenong market. Could I please have a mover?
Happy to move.
Can he move?
And I'll second that.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti and Councillor Dark. Are there any questions? Is there any opposition? The motion is carried.
Mayor, I have a conflict of interest in recommendation 2 on page 16 of the agenda. It is a direct material interest of a non-procurement nature because I'm a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong market.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti. If we could just wait a moment. I would like to call for a councillor to move recommendation 2 on page 16 of tonight's agenda, please.
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councillor Dark. Can I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second,
move that?
Madam Mayor.
Councillor Milkovich. Are there any questions? Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the item is carried. Can we please call Councillor Mehmeti back into the chambers? Item 3.0, recognition of faith leaders. Before we close the meeting tonight, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the role of all the different faith leaders within our diverse community. At this annual meeting, it is traditional to acknowledge the work of the Greater Dandenong Interfaith Network, and I would like to call on the President of the Interfaith Network, Anita Devine, to read the common statement on behalf of all faith leaders across our city. Okay, thank you.
On behalf of all the faith leaders, I'd like to congratulate you first of all. Thank you. We bring greetings from the faith communities to the Mayor, councillors and people of the City of Greater Dandenong. We offer to the City of Greater Dandenong our common commitment to seek to live together in peace and goodwill. We affirm our desire to promote respect and tolerance for the integrity of each other's beliefs, cultures and traditions. This desire arises not only from our common humanity, but also from our being people of faith and people of prayer. We recognise that as neighbours, we have responsibilities to the community, the world and ourselves. We therefore urge all citizens, both religious and non-religious, to put aside intolerance, prejudice and divisiveness to attain peaceful and fruitful coexistence in our city.
I reaffirm Council's desire to promote respect and acceptance for the integrity of all faiths, cultures and traditions of the communities in the City of Greater Dandenong, in partnership with the Interfaith Network and all faith leaders. Thank you. Okay. The formal proceedings for the evening have now been completed and I declare the meeting closed at 6:52 p.m. Could I ask all guests to retire to the areas outside this chamber while we take a few photos, and then we'll be joining you very, very soon for a light supper, so please stay with us for the rest of the evening. And thank you so very much to all of you for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate all of you attending. Thank you so much.